Hey friends, and welcome to this brand new video dedicated to the news and theories of Poppy Playtime Chapter 5. Today I have a lot to talk about, because we're going to discuss a very particular message written a few months ago by Amber, the official artist of Mob Entertainment, directly in the official Discord server. As we all know, Amber is the creative mind behind many official artworks of the series. The message she shared some time ago, even if it's not new anymore, absolutely deserves to be analyzed, because it suggests that Chapter 5 will be full of twists, unexpected revelations, and maybe even some creepy details we haven't noticed in the teasers. In this video we will take a look at what Amber wrote. We will try to interpret her message in the most accurate way possible, and we'll try to understand what new things might be coming in the next chapter. We'll talk about potential new creatures, darker themes that might appear in the story, and what this message could mean for the future of the series. So get ready, because this analysis is going to be really interesting. Before we begin, remember to leave a like on the video, because it helps me a lot. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you want to stay updated on all the news, theories, and hidden clues of Poppy Playtime. Now, let's not waste any more time. Let's get started. Now let's take a look at the message. As you can see here on the screen, Amber wrote a very interesting text. And it's full of hints. In this message, she mentions that she is working on a lot of storyboards for Chapter 5. And this is huge, because when an official artist like Amber openly talks about storyboards, it means only one thing: there will be a lot of scenes to create. And this is a detail we definitely can't ignore. We already noticed a massive increase in cutscenes in Chapter 4 compared to the previous chapters. Mob Entertainment has started giving much more importance to storytelling, cinematic moments, and sequences that show us the personalities of the characters and the evolution of the plot. And if this trend was already clear in Chapter 4, Chapter 5 might push it even further. The fact that Amber is working on so many storyboards suggests that the new chapter may have a much richer structure with many narrative moments, tense sequences, action scenes, plot twists, and maybe even more emotional moments, like the ones we've already seen with Poppy. And not only that, this increase in scenes might also mean that many more characters will be involved. Maybe we'll see figures that were introduced in previous chapters, or Mob Entertainment might surprise us with new faces, new toys, and new horror creatures ready to chase us through the halls of Playtime Co. In short, this message really tells us that Chapter 5 won't just be a simple continuation, but a huge, rich chapter, probably essential for the conclusion of the story. Now let's connect this message to everything we know so far. Amber's message clearly confirms that Chapter 5 will contain many scenes, probably more than we've ever seen before in a single chapter of Poppy Playtime. This means the narrative will be much longer, more detailed, and filled with content. And if we think about it, this matches perfectly with everything we've seen in recent months. We already understood from Chapter 4 that Mob Entertainment wants to expand the story, give more importance to the characters, and create increasingly cinematic sequences. Chapter 4 was, in fact, the longest chapter of the entire series so far, full of dialogue, huge environments, and secrets hidden everywhere. But if Chapter 4 was so rich, Chapter 5 might even surpass it. And Amber's message seems to suggest exactly that. A larger number of storyboards almost always means more scenes, more narrative sequences, and therefore, a greater overall runtime. We might be facing a chapter that is not only more intense, but also longer than anything we've played so far. It's possible that this time Mob has decided to conclude the story in a truly epic way, giving space to longer dialogues, deeper interactions between characters, and especially tons of hidden secrets for us to discover while exploring the lab. And it doesn't end there. A fundamental element to consider is the place where Chapter 5 will take us. The secret laboratory of Playtime Co., which is also the territory of the prototype, the most mysterious and most important creature in the entire series. This setting alone offers endless narrative possibilities. We can expect scenes dedicated to the prototype, flashbacks about the experiments, revelations about its past, and maybe even sequences where we finally discover its true nature and intentions. The lab is the heart of the company's darkest events. And it's the perfect place to introduce cutscenes connected to the prototype's story, the researchers, failed experiments, and everything that caused the chaos we're in. So, if Chapter 4 was dense, Chapter 5 might become a true narrative journey full of mysteries, twists, and moments we've been waiting for years. And this is just the beginning. Let's continue the analysis. Now let's connect all of this to the number of characters that will appear in Chapter 5. As we've already seen from the information leaked through the trademark website, we know that Chapter 5 will introduce around 13 new characters. This number is extremely high, especially compared to previous chapters, and it gives us another clue about the real scale of the upcoming chapter. Because it's not just about how many characters there are, but how much narrative space these characters require. Every character, especially if it's a toy or a special creature like the ones in Poppy Playtime, needs its own screen time, its own introduction, and its own role in the story. And this naturally translates into more scenes, more events, more narrative sequences, and therefore a longer chapter overall. Unless Mob Entertainment decides to repeat something similar to what happened with Pianosaurus, I really don't think these new characters will appear for only a few seconds. Let's remember exactly what happened in Chapter 4. Pianosaurus was presented as a very interesting new character, with an appealing design and a lot of potential. But it lasted extremely little, because it was eaten almost immediately by Doi the Doughman. This choice, while surprising, caused a strong negative reaction from the community, which complained about the fact that such an anticipated character lasted only a few minutes. And that's exactly why I believe that Mob Entertainment will definitely want to avoid creating another similar situation in Chapter 5. With all the characters they're introducing, it's very likely that each one of them will have their own moment, a dedicated scene, or at least a more meaningful role within the plot. I don't think we'll see characters introduced just to show up briefly and then disappear immediately. On the contrary, the large number of new characters suggests that Chapter 5 will be structured in a way that allows each of them to have their own space, contributing to the atmosphere, the story, the twists, and the overall world building of the game. In short, all of this together, the number of characters, the number of storyboards, the length of the scenes, leads us to the same conclusion. Chapter 5 is going to be extremely rich, long, and narratively complex. And now let's get ready, because soon in the next few weeks, something new might finally arrive. In fact, just like every year, Mob Entertainment will definitely release the Christmas artwork. And this is always a very important moment for the community, because these artworks often contain hidden clues, secret references, and small details about the characters we will see in future chapters. This year, the attention is also on Lily Lovebraids. Lily was officially introduced with the first trailer of Chapter 5, but so far we've seen very little of her, only her legs and her long braided hair. And the Christmas artwork might be the perfect opportunity to show us something more. Maybe her face, maybe part of her outfit, or even a hint about her role in the story. Mob Entertainment has done this before. They've used festive artworks to reveal important details. So, it's very possible that the final design of Lily Lovebraids will be revealed sometime between December and January. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this analysis and want to stay updated on all the news, trailers, artworks, and theories about Poppy Playtime, remember to leave a like and especially subscribe to the channel, because a lot of new content might be coming in the next few weeks. Bye bye.